Can you see that sign that says this place is a mess because?
Yes, but you can't read it.
Okay. Okay, good. This is actually pretty cool. It's a culmination of about 25 years of scheming with a friend of mine named Gary Manning, and we're finally going to build a school. Uh, Not all my friends are named Gary, but Gary Martin and I have rented a shop in Multnomah Village, and we're starting the school. We can't call it a school because of zoning, so don't quote me on that. But what it's going to be is like the most awesome pattern machine lathe 3D printing shop ever during the day, where we're going to make money and do stuff. But then at night and on weekends, we're going to have classes. We start classes actually in a couple weeks. Well, by the time you see this video, probably already started, but we're going to start classes pretty soon in a place that could only be described as a disaster area. So hopefully I have enough stamina next week to find a couple of kids and kick it in shape, and we can actually get started. The classes we're teaching right now are through PCC. There's a machine tool class, a pattern class, and then 2 woodworking classes. One's a beginning woodworking class. Gary Martin's teaching that, and I'm teaching an advanced class. And I think all the classes are full, and we're talking about adding some nights or some evenings to that. The other thing we're doing, the part that really kind of is my thing, is we're going to start a high school program. Now, don't tell the city, and we can't do a class or a school at the building. So what's really fun is we're going to start doing off-site kind of things. And our first fundraiser project is going to be a trailer where we're going to teach blacksmithing. I'm just so jazzed about that because Matt Rode and Steve Gossett and some of my other blacksmith friends are going to help me put that together. The other thing we're going to do is we're having a school program at the shop. It's not a class, it's a function, because we can't do classes. So don't tell anybody. Anyway, that I'm kind of excited about. There's a school called the Thomas Edison School, which is a school for kids with learning disabilities. So if it would have been like that, like, I don't know how many years ago when I was in school, I probably would have gone there. Or my folks didn't have enough money, so I probably would have wanted to go there. But anyway, we're going to cream the crop from those guys. Apparently I get 6 of their best students who have an aptitude for making stuff and want to build stuff. And that's going to be the nucleus of our high school program. And I'm hoping that will grow into something bigger where we'll be making full-size, really cool stuff. A lot of times the high school program, and the one that I was involved in, is the birdhouse cutting board level kind of stuff. But we're looking at doing some really cool stuff. I mean, Dave Reness, one of my Imagineer friends, is helping us out with this. He's talking about making a train that runs on poo. Yes, you heard me, poo. That would be like the crappy stuff that comes out of people that we're going to run a train with. It's just the kind of stuff we're talking about doing is just going to be so much fun. And it's so much more than you can imagine. And our goal is to pass the craft of these old guys that I'm working with on to the next generation. I tell people all the time, we went from totally handcraft in the United States to winning the Second World War inside of a couple generations. The end of that era, if you will, in the 40s, those guys that were in the end of that are the guys who taught my dad and apprenticed my dad. And so we're losing that because I'm the last generation that has a direct connection to those guys. And my goal in a lot of what we're going to do is to preserve those guys' knowledge and those guys' gifts. So one of the things you're going to see coming out of this is a lot of videos, how-to kind of things. I'd like to do some books. Gary Manning's already written a book that we hope to see out in the next couple of years on stagecoaches. The old school technology and the old school craft are really important, and it's really important for us to be able to pass that on. And that's really our focus and our goal.